Okay. I just realized as I was talking to you guys that you could only see the top of my shirt. And I remember I wore this shirt underneath a hoodie to a parent conference, and I had the hoodie zipped up to just right here, so it looks like I have this big marijuana plant, but it's actually a pineapple. So I'm not wearing a marijuana shirt, it's pineapple. But I remember she was like, oh, nice shirt, and I had to like unzip it and show her that it was not marijuana, my kid's teacher. Okay, so anyway, I realized when I was sitting there that maybe you thought I had a pot shirt on, but I don't. Okay, so, not that there's anything wrong with that, but just, you know, saying. Okay, so we've had a request for the neck, which I love because I always feel so tight in my neck, and also a request to use the strap today. So if you have a yoga strap, you can put it together, and if you don't have a yoga strap, you can just use whatever you have handy, whether it's a belt or a dog leash or whatever you have access to. So we'll just put that to the side for now. And we're gonna start laying down on your back. And just allow the back of the head to be supported by the floor beneath you using any pillow or folded blanket if you need a little extra support. This usually helps me with my neck to have the blanket actually under my neck and head so that the neck is supported when the head is on the floor. To support my back, I like to have my knees bent and have my feet a little bit wider than the hips and my knees touch. So now that I'm completely supported by the floor beneath me, I can completely relax. So let's just take a few moments here to try to relax the body by just letting go of physical tightness that you might feel. So maybe just releasing through the shoulders and through the back and hips. So also thinking about relaxing your thoughts. So trying to quiet the mind by controlling what you're thinking about right now just during your practice. So if thoughts come into the mind that you don't want to deal with right now, then just let them go. And try to think just about what we're doing here. Thinking about the purpose of your practice, what you hope to get out of the practice. Thinking about the breath and how it feels coming into the body physically through the nose and leaving the body out of the mouth. So once we can control our thoughts, then it seems easier to control our feelings. So just trying to keep the thoughts quiet and calm and positive, and then allowing those positive feelings to settle in as well. So let's gently hug the knees into the chest and start by a gentle pull of the knee so that your low back lifts off the floor just for a second and then comes back down, and that'll create a little bit more space in the low back. And then a nice gentle rock left to right, feeling though as though you're giving your back a little massage. On the floor, you can move the knees in circles in one direction and then the other. And then we'll take the feet up towards the ceiling. You can support your legs with your hands behind the thighs, soft knees, and we're just going to point and flex the feet. Make some circles with the ankles in one direction and then the other. And then keeping the legs where they are, we'll just take the arms up and back, feeling what you feel in the shoulders and between the shoulder blades. So with the arms up overhead, we're actually opening up the rib cage and expanding the lungs so that you can breathe a little bit deeper. So take a nice full breath in. Maybe the legs go a little straighter, maybe the arms go a little straighter, and then exhale, hug the knees into your chest. And let's take 3 breaths like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. 2 more breaths. Inhale, arms reach up, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. Last one like this. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We'll take the feet down to the floor and then we'll reach for the strap. So we're going to start with the strap around the bottom of your left foot. So the loop is away, the buckle's away from you, your foot goes in the loop. If you don't have a yoga strap, you're just going to hold gently with your hands. If you do have a strap, you'll place the loop around your back. You can tighten or loosen the strap accordingly. So don't worry if your leg doesn't go straight. A nice soft bend is fine, especially if you're feeling a little extra tight. And we'll let the right leg go straight along the floor. So let's just ease in. So you don't have to start right off in the full expression of the pose. Foot is lifted. You're adjusting to feeling that strap at the back. Feel your low back down on the floor here, supported. Your left foot can begin to push a little higher up into the strap. Maybe the leg goes a little bit straighter. Let's close the eyes, relax the muscles in the face, and then just gently roll the back of the head left to right. So just turning the head to release the neck, just getting a little bit of movement into the neck. As you relax the shoulders down, away from your ears, allowing the blood to flow down the left leg, allowing the back of the thigh to gradually and slowly release. Relaxing the arms. Take a nice full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, a soft bend in the knee, left leg is going to reach over to the left. Your right hand is going to come onto the right hip to help it stay down and grounded. And then you can just extend the left leg. So the left leg doesn't need to go far, doesn't need to be straight, and doesn't need to be pulling back. You can see what feels good for you. Some people are super open, so your leg is practically touching the floor, or it's moving way back to the space behind your head, or it's more like mine, which is much higher. So just see where you want to be here, and then just let go. Soft muscles in the face. Gently roll the back of the head left to right. Relaxing through the neck. And then we'll bring that left foot back to center and we'll reach it over to the right. So the left foot's reaching over to the right. Take an extra deep full breath in here, and then exhale slowly, deeply, and fully as that left leg goes a little bit straighter and reaches a little bit further. Trying to let go through the IT band. Keep a nice exaggerated breath here, because this pose is challenging and it gets really deep. So that easy, full breath will help. And then again, softening the muscles around the face. You can turn your head left to right, Releasing through the neck. Relaxing down the shoulders. Using the strap for support so you can completely let go. And just breathe here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's bring the left leg back to center. Release the left foot out of the strap and let the left leg go straight along the floor. We'll bend the right knee, hug the right knee into the chest, and we'll put the right foot in the strap. So just let your left leg go completely long and heavy along the floor and completely relaxed. So now the right foot is in the strap, adjusting the size of the loop if you need to. And then just pause here, easing into the depth of the pose. So you don't have to dive right in, you can gently walk in. Some people like to dive right into an ocean or a pool. I like to stand there for a half an hour up to my ankles just to get used to it and then ease in. So just thinking about that here, easing in. Relax the muscles of the face. Let the shoulders pull down gently away from the ears, and then a gentle sway, a roll of the back of the head, turning the head over the left shoulder and then over the right shoulder, back and forth. Feeling any areas of the back, of the neck and upper back that might feel a little tight here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to soften the knee as you reach your right foot over to the right, extending through the heel. Breathing in through the nose, out of the mouth. You can use your left hand to hold the left hip down if you'd like. Relax the muscles in the face. Let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. You can turn your head left to right. Just a gentle roll. Nothing forced or strained on the neck. Use your next inhale to bring the leg back to center. Exhale, slowly reach the leg over to the left. And then right when you reach the point where you feel like you're getting really deep, pause, take a full breath in, and exhale, exaggerated out of the mouth. And then finding the depth of this pose here. And noticing where you might feel this. Maybe you feel it more in the hip, maybe more towards the ankle or outer knee. Try to breathe with ease. Relaxed jaw. Soften through the neck and throat. And then gently turn the head left to right. Breathing deeply. Allowing your thoughts to be quiet and peaceful and positive. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, we'll bring that leg back to center. Take your foot out of the strap. We're going to let the right leg go straight along the floor. Arms reach up overhead, full body stretch here. And then gently bend one knee and then the other knee. Both feet are on the floor. We're going to hug the left knee into the chest and then gently place the left ankle across the right leg above the knee. Pausing here for a moment, we're just going to let the shape of the leg sway left to right. So you're just getting a little bit into the hips and low back. Trying to stay grounded through the mid-back and the rib cage, just getting movement from the middle of the spine down, through the hips, lengthening through the tops of the thighs when you reach. And then we'll come back to center, and then we'll reach for the back of the right thigh and draw the right knee into the chest. To go a little bit deeper, you just shift the shape of your legs over to the right a little bit, and then draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder, and you can flex your left foot. Pausing here. Again, reminding you to keep the soft face. So for me, sometimes I feel tension between my eyebrows, and sometimes I'm clenching my teeth and don't even notice. So just being aware when you come into poses that are touching certain parts of the body that are a little tight and emotionally stressful, like hips and back and IT bands. It's important to just check in, making sure that you're still remaining relaxed in the face and neck and throat. You can even turn the head left to right. If you would like to extend your right foot up to the ceiling and let the shape of your legs come back to the center, you can. If you want to go a little further, you can lift your head and upper back off the floor. Maybe your hands walk up the right leg, holding on to the calf, ankle, or foot, just wherever feels good for you. Try to open up the elbows a little bit to the side so that the elbows are open, the collarbones are open. You can tuck your chin towards your chest to get a little stretch in the back of the neck, down to the space between the shoulder blades, and draw the belly in and down. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, let's release. Let the right foot come down. Left foot is just going to come off of the right, cross the right ankle over the left leg above the knee, and then reach for the back of your left thigh. And just pause here for a moment. You can shift the shape of the legs to the left. You can draw your left knee into your left shoulder, relaxing through the face and neck, feeling free to roll the back of the head left to right. Letting go of any tension in the right hip. The shape of the legs leaning towards the left, and then bringing the knee towards the left shoulder gets really deep in the right seat. And then if you would like to add on, we can take the shape of the legs back to the center. Left leg reaches up. You can lift your head and upper back off the floor, take your hands out, go a little higher up on the leg, maybe the ankle or calf, and then soften the elbows out to the side so the shoulders pull down away from the ears, collarbones are open, and then tuck the chin towards the chest to release the back of the neck. Drawing the navel towards the spine and floor. Take a deep breath in And then exhale. Let's soften. Let the left foot come down to the floor. So I forgot this part before. So the right ankle is over the left leg above the knee, and we're just gonna sway left to right here. I came right into the figure four, forgot this. So just opening up through the low back and the hips. Pausing to one side or the other if you'd like. Trying to stay stable in the upper back. And then we'll come back to center, uncross the legs, hug the legs, the knees into the chest, and let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest with the option to lift your forehead to your knees. Again, pulling the shoulders down, releasing the back of the neck. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. And then just relaxing the head down for a moment. We're gonna let the legs rock left to right, and you can roll over to one side and press yourself up to sit, or you can rock front to back to bring yourself up to sit. And then once seated, you can move your strap out of the way. And if you need a little support in the low back, you can sit up on something. Folded blanket is helpful, or if you have a cushion or a pillow. So feel grounded down through your seat. Open through the hips, lengthen through the spine. Shoulders are relaxed, down away from the ears. The crown of the head is reaching up. The space between your ears and your shoulders is long and relaxed. Take a full breath in as you reach your arms all the way out and all the way up. And then exhale, hands to the heart center. And then 2 just like that. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more just like that. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, hands come down. Here we're going to inhale, reach the arms out and up. Interlace your hands and place the hands at the back of your head. Let the shoulders pull down. Elbows are going to go wide. As you breathe in, lean back. So just the head and upper back between the shoulder blades gets a tiny bit of a lean back. And then as you exhale, hug the elbows in and drop the chin. Let the weight of the head release the neck. Not the pulling of the hands down. It's not a pulling of the hands down. It's just your hands are gently resting there. Inhale, lean back, head into the hands, elbows go wide, and then exhale, elbows hug in. Gently let the head drop down. Let the weight of the head pull the back of the neck gently. Inhale again, reach open. Lean back, exhale, elbows hug in, chin drops. And just do 2 more, just like that. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, drop the head gently. And then one more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, drop the head down. We'll keep the head down as you take your hands onto your knees and then just gently pull back. Lean back so the belly pulls in, hands are holding on to the knees, head drops down. Really feel the stretch through the back of the neck. As you're leaning back, we're going to roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. Pull your right shoulder down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, drop the head. You're still leaning back. Your belly's drawn in. You have a nice gentle curve in your back. And then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Pull the left shoulder down. Full breath in, and then exhale back to center. And then inhale, come up. Press the chest forward, lift the chin, collarbones open, shoulders back. Full breath in, and then exhale, relax. Okay, we're gonna make our way onto hands and knees. If you like a little extra padding under the knees, feel free to use your blanket if you have one. So you can place that underneath the knees. So the knees are going to start off nice and wide. Big toes are going to touch. And you're just going to sink your hips back towards your heels. Let your head be loose here. So my hands are out in front, hands are down, arms are lifted. My ears are in line with my upper arms. So the crown of the head is reaching for the space between my hands, but the head is not hanging down. And then just shake the head out a little bit. You can rock the head left to right, slowly and gently. Maybe go a little faster, just whatever feels better for you. But the weight of the head can be used to help release the tension in the neck. And then the tension in the neck also usually creeps down into the shoulders and between the shoulder blades. So take a deep breath in here as you lift your head to look forward. Tent your fingertips, so your fingertips are on your pads of the fingers are on the floor, palm is lifted. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, the forehead is going to drop down to the mat, and then just pull the shoulder blades back. So the space between the shoulder blades can also often get tight. The shoulders, the neck. You can roll here, the forehead, left to right. If this feels too deep, you can always lower the hands and lower the forearms. That gets a little bit less of a stretch in the shoulders. So if you want more, fingertips are up and the upper arms are lifted. Rolling the head back and forth. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's come back up to center. We're going to come onto hands and knees, tabletop. Knees are going to be right underneath your hips. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Crown of the head is reaching forward and your tailbone is back. Belly is in. Face is parallel to the floor. So nice neutral neck here. As we inhale, we're going to curl the toes under. Gently drop the belly. Lower the chest about an inch. Soft elbows. Lift the chin. Relax the neck. And then exhale. Drop the head. Push the floor down. Round the back. And tops of the feet. Push down. Again, inhale. Curl the toes under. Drop the belly. Lower the chest. Soft elbows. Lift the chin. And then exhale, round the back, push down with the hands, tops of the feet, press down. One more time. Inhale. Noticing the movement from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and then exhale to reverse. Tops of the feet, relax. Coming into neutral spine, crown of the head reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. We're going to move your left hand in a few inches. We're going to take the right hand, reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to thread the right hand through and we're going to come right down on your right shoulder and the right side of your head. Now, if this feels too deep, you can always come more into a twisted child's pose. So you can have your seat down and then come into this pose. So you're just kind of reaching your right hand across underneath, and you can stay with the head down and centered. So that's modified. If you're in the full expression of thread the needle here, your right shoulder is down, your left hand is down. You're taking your left fingertips, pushing them down as you reach your left shoulder blade back, and then both shoulders pull away from the ears. So again, when there's an issue with one part of the body, whether it's the back or the hips or the neck, all the areas around that are also affected. So when people say they have tight hips, they often have tight hamstrings or a tight low back. People feel pain in their neck. It's often coming down into the shoulders and mid-back. So this is a really nice stretch to get into the mid-back and the space between the shoulder blades coming up to the neck. So just take one more nice breath in as you really feel that left shoulder moving back, and then slowly relax. Take the left hand down, push yourself up. Just take the right hand, reach it up towards the ceiling as a counter twist, and then the right hand comes down. Okay, we're gonna move the right hand in so it's a little bit closer to like underneath your right eye. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna thread the left hand through, coming down onto the left shoulder and the left side of the head. Modified, come down, hips down towards your heels like a child's pose, and just take your left arm and thread it underneath, but the forehead can still come straight down. So just see where it works for you. You just want to feel the center of your back and the upper back. Getting a nice release here. Tenting your right hand so you can push the right shoulder towards your left shoulder blade. And then be able to breathe here. So it's a little twisty, so sometimes it feels a little harder to breathe. But that's when it's most important to think about your breath and follow your breath. Relaxing the face, shoulders, and muscles around the spine. Relax. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's come back to center. Counter twist with the left hand back up. And then exhale, come back to center. Here we're going to take narrow knees. So the knees are going to come together, big toes touch. Sink your hips down into your heels. Forehead drops down. Tops of the hands rest by your feet and relax the shoulders. Let them melt towards the mat. So I'm going to give some options to get a little deeper here. You can do them or stay here. If you would like to take your hands and interlace them behind your low back, you can. If you want to lift your arms and your hands a little higher and back and pull the shoulders back, you can. And then not passing the middle of your head, if you'd like to lift your seat and roll just a few inches up towards the top of your head, you can. And then roll back down. You can inhale to roll back up and exhale to roll back down. We're staying on the front part of the head, not passing and going to the middle or the back because we don't want to put any compression in the neck. So just rolling kind of the forehead and your hairline. And lifting the hips up and back. Take one more round of this breath, and then when you come back down, let the tops of the hands go and melt down. Let the forehead melt down into the mat. Often when we have tightness in the neck, we also have, we can get tension headaches or migraines. So try to relax through the whole back of the head. Feel grounded and centered by having the forehead on the mat. Take a full, deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's come back up onto hands and knees. Knees are going to be underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Inhale, take the right foot back. It's reaching back, lift off the floor. As you exhale, bring that right knee into the nose, round the back, tuck the chin, let the head hang. Inhale, let the crown of the head reach forward, your face is looking down, leg is back. Exhale, right knee comes in, round, let the head hang. One more time like that. Inhale, right leg goes back. Exhale, hug the right knee in. And then from here, as you inhale, step your right foot forward up between your hands. So the right foot is going to come forward. And then you're going to actually creep your right foot even more forward so your hips are sinking way down towards the mat. Your fingertips can be tented on the floor, your hands can be flat on the floor, or you can be using blocks. But we're just getting nice and low and deep here in the hips. So the right knee is over the right ankle and the left knee is pretty far back. So your hips are sinking down. Just pausing here. We're going to take the right hand now to the inside of your right foot. We're going to turn the right toes to 2 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side of your right foot. And then a gentle sway left to right with the hips. We're going to keep the left hand grounded. Just going to start to turn the belly to the right. Open up the chest a little bit. Take your right hand and just feel your right shoulder pull back a little bit. You can let the forearm and the hand stay floppy, or you can reach it back. It's up to you. Just taking the upper arm, shoulder, and shoulder blade back and down. So you might feel a nice stretch underneath that right shoulder blade by just bringing the arm back and down. And then if you feel like it, you can always bend your left knee and reach your right hand back for your left foot, but you don't have to. So you're just feeling open in the chest here, getting deep into the hips. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, bring your right hand back. We're going to frame the front foot. We're going to walk the hands back so that the right leg can go straight. Toes are up towards the ceiling. The right leg is straight or straightish. It can be bent. Fingertips on the floor or using blocks. Hips are both facing forward. Just pausing here for a moment. And then from here, we're just going to drag your right foot back. It's going to land right between your hands. Move your hands about a foot in front of your right foot. Curl your left toes under. Push off with your left foot so that you're standing on the right foot. So lift up out of the hips, flexed back foot. Maybe you take one hand onto your ankle or shin. Maybe you take your other hand onto your ankle or shin. So just trying to play around with some balance here, some strength in that right leg. We really opened it up. So now trying to strengthen the muscles around the joints that we opened. Take a full breath in. And then when you're ready, left foot comes next to the right. Bend the knee so your belly is resting on your thighs and just hang down. Let the head hang heavy. Shake it out a little bit. And then from here, you're going to place your hands under your feet. So your palm is facing up. Your toes are touching your wrist crease. And you're stepping on your hands. Your belly is on the thighs, knees are bent. Head hangs heavy. And then just push down with the feet as you lift up with the hips. And nice deep stretch underneath the shoulder blades, opening up the mid-back, and then release the neck. Let the head hang heavy here as you're just reaching the hips up. The legs don't have to go straight, and you're pushing your feet down into your hands. Full deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. One more deep breath in here like this. And then exhale, release the hands. Bend the knee so that you can step your right foot back, drop the knee, left foot back, drop the knee. Child's pose. Sink the hips back, forehead can come down. You can stack your fists under your forehead. You can bring your hands behind you by your feet. You can rock left to right. Just take a moment here. Reconnect with your breath. Check in with your thoughts. Are they being positive? And then let's come on back. Onto hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists. Knees underneath the hips. Inhale, take your left foot straight back, flexed foot. Your face is parallel to the floor, and then as you exhale, tuck the left knee in towards the belly, let the head hang heavy, tuck the chin. Inhale, left foot goes back, you're lifting your head but not looking forward, you're still looking down. Exhale, look towards your belly button as you bring that left knee in. One more time, inhale, lengthen the spine, really reach the crown of the head away from your heel, and then exhale, draw it in. Next inhale, step your left foot forward, up between your hands. And then we're gonna scoot that foot even more forward so that your right hip is not over the right knee, but it's sinking way down. And we're gonna bring the left hand to the inside. So the left knee over the left ankle, hips sinking way down. We'll turn the left toes to 2 o'clock, roll to the pinky side. A gentle sway left to right. Keep the right hand where it is. Open here through the chest. So you can let your left hand just stay floppy and move your left upper arm, elbow and shoulder back. Maybe you extend the hand. Maybe you bend your foot and reach back for your foot. So wherever you want to be here, try to keep the belly in so it's strong so you're not taking this in your low back. You're strong in the core. You're just kind of opening up the left shoulder, the chest, the head and neck is free to move. Opening up through the hip, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Left hand frames your front foot. Hands go back. Left foot just reaches up towards the ceiling. The toes up. Neutralizing that hip opener by having the legs straight. Breathing here. And then we're going to drag the left foot back. Move the hands forward a bit. Curl the right toes under. Push off so you're standing on your left leg. Lengthened spine, strong left leg and hip. If you would like to hold on to your left leg with your one hand or two, it's up to you. Try to find some strength and balance here. If you need to have your hands down, that's fine. But just play around a little bit. Maybe you can hold on for a second. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, right foot comes next to the left. Your belly is on your thighs. Your hands are down. Head hangs down. Here we're going to have the fingertips on the floor for support or blocks. You're going to start to lift your hips. Start to lean into your heels a little bit and then roll to the pinky sides of your feet. Maybe you can push your seat back. Your hands might need to be a little bit more forward. You're peeling your toes back so you can really see the arches in your feet. Head hangs heavy. This is the lower half of the IT band, as well as the low back. All hips and hamstring poses are also good for the low back. So take a nice full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, feet come down, bend the knees, hands come down. Right foot comes back, right knee drops, left comes back. Send your feet over to one side, coming onto the opposite hip. And then you're going to make your way back onto your back. So again, any tightness and you need support, use a prop. I really like to have a blanket underneath my head and neck. So just take a moment, just like we did at the beginning of the practice. Let your back of the head be supported. Feet can go wide, knees can touch. Check in. What are you feeling? How are you feeling? So we have to remember that it's our thoughts that control our feelings. So if we're sitting here saying, I'm so bad at balancing, I can't believe I couldn't stand on one foot, I'm so frustrated, then you're just beating yourself up and you're not going to feel love towards yourself or feel good. If you change that story to, well, I feel really awesome right now. I think I am awesome. I made the time for this practice today. I really focused on the poses and my breath. I did awesome. I am awesome. Totally changes the story and changes how you feel. So if you find yourself feeling yucky, just think about your thoughts. What are you thinking about? And then just change it. Change the story. Let's hug the knees into the chest. A gentle rock left to right. Circles in one direction, then the other. Letting go in the low back. The feet will come down to the floor, knees bent, feet drawing into the seat, palms down. And then moving the body slowly with your breath. As you inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. And then as you exhale, hands come down, hips come down. Inhale, arms reach up and back, hips lift. Exhale, slowly lower. So just allow the arms and the hips to move through space at the same rate as your breath. So stay connected to your own breathing, how your body feels moving with your breath. Trying to stay calm and relaxed, present and positive. Really filling up on that inhale and letting go on the exhale. Just take a few more rounds of this breath with the eyes closed, the muscles in the face relaxed. And And then at the bottom of your next exhale, we'll pause. Hugging the knees into the chest. We can let the knees go wide. And then we can come into happy baby or modify if you need to. Gently swaying left to right. And feeling one last big release here throughout the hips and low back and shoulders and neck. Feel free to roll your head in the opposite direction that your legs are going. So if your legs are going left, your head can turn right. Doesn't have to sync up or match. And then let's slowly bring the feet down to the floor. We'll bring the feet together. Knees are bent, arms reach away from each other. We'll scoot the hips over to the left about an inch or two. Let your legs drop over to the right. Turn your head over your left shoulder. Close the eyes. Breathe deeply in through the nose and out of the mouth. Relaxing through the face, neck, shoulders and back. Take a full breath in. And then use your exhale to bring the legs back to center. Even out the hips and then scoot the hips over to the right. Legs drop to the left. Turn your head over your right shoulder. Breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth. Relax through the face. Neck, shoulders, and back. Take a deep breath in, full breath out. Let's bring the legs back to center. Even out the hips. Hug the knees into the chest. Draw your forehead in towards your knees. You can scrunch up your hands into fists or clasp your hands really tight. Scrunch up your toes. Put your shoulders up by your ears. Crunch your chin towards your chest. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, actually before you exhale, scrunch up everything tight, including the face, with a full breath in. Pause. Hold the breath. And then as you exhale, feel every inch of the body slowly release, let go, uncrunch, open, and melt into Shavasana. So once you come into that final relaxation pose, feel all the different areas in the body get a little bit heavier. And by that I mean you become a little bit more aware of the floor beneath you. So the weight of the head on the floor, the weight of the shoulders and hips, arms and legs. And then feeling super light and airy in the front of the body that's not touching the floor. You can feel your breath flowing in and out of the nose and mouth. You can feel the rise and fall of your chest and belly as you breathe. Feel open around your heart and open around your mind. positive and your feelings peaceful. Slowly begin to deepen your breathing. You can start to bring some small movements into the body, rolling the back of the head along the floor, wiggling your fingers and toes. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. You don't need to transition out. That's the beauty of your home practice. But if you're ready, you can slowly transition the body, moving gently and carefully. You can come up to a seated position. And just let the eyes be closed. Let the hips be grounded down. Open through the chest. We'll place the right hand on the heart, the left hand on the right hand. And remember that we are all connected. And not only are we here with each other, but we're here for each other. Take your palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.